Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the OCP, the original Copycats podcast. I was waiting for you to press the fucking button. Oh, no.
Forgot about it. Forgot about
The
it.
shortest memory ever.
Mill.
Anyway, how you doing?
Can you stop farting around? We've only got 177 hours and 39 minutes of this space left.
It's because I cleared a fuck ton from my laptop. No, all those Josh voice clips.
Still 8 on there. Only 4. Mystery.
Oh, dear. How you doing?
The Mill.
Why are you ill?
Kelsey.
All right, then.
She's like, I've been ill for 2 weeks. I got ear infection and I'm feeling poorly. Well, don't fucking give it to me then. Keep it to yourself.
Would you say, then, sharing is not caring?
If she did this deliberately, then no, she doesn't care about me.
Should break up. Take the kid and run. Take both of them early.
I'll rip Oliver out.
Oh, God. Well, if you did, do you know what I'd say to that?
What would you say to that?
I'd go, yeah, that happened. Do you know why? Do you know why, Josh? Do you know why? Do you know why, Josh? Do you know why, Josh? Because that's what we're doing today, everyone. We are doing r/Thathappened, which is a Reddit thread of unbelievable stories, or stories that people want you to believe that just didn't happen. Now, you're probably thinking, fucking hell. You did something similar to this last week, Alex. You did cringy stories.
And I didn't want to listen to that one either.
Well, you fucking did, though, didn't you?
Did I?
You rang me up and said, did you not understand that conservative joke? And then made me feel like an idiot because it was really obvious.
Oh, yeah, I have.
Yeah.
Got 5 minutes left. I don't listen to the outro.
Not missing much. Just me saying the socials. Anyway, yeah, so if
You know
you're
what I loved
thinking
about that episode? It was how everybody sounded. Remind you of anybody?
Yes, so if you are thinking, oh, God, I don't want to listen to this, fuck off, mate, basically.
No, fucking Jesus, man. No, please stay. Don't go. Please stay with me. Because you are the only thing I need.
What's going on?
To get by.
I'm genuinely scared by this face.
Get by. So don't go.
Okay.
Shut the fuck.
So yes, we're going to be doing r/Thathappened today. I've got a few here that are a bit mad. I've had a good search through, and I've got some links that we can click on, and I will read them to you. So the first one we have is entitled, Sure, I Feel Like a 12-Year-Old Wrote This. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. In school, I was the most popular kid there, and I was a huge stoner. Anyways, I was in the back of class, and I smoked probably close to an ounce and was blowing it out the window until the teacher noticed smoking smelling.
Oh, yeah.
And he came to me right as I was hitting my joint, and I held it in and kept an eye on, and he kept an eye on me for the rest of the class. I held my breath for 9 minutes straight, and the second he looked away, I blew it out the window. The cute girl sitting next to me was so impressed, she asked to smoke with me, so I took her home, and we smoked and then had sex. I pounded her for like 3 hours, and she came at least 20 times. Man, high school was awesome for me.
Not only is none of that true, but it's okay to be a virgin, fella. It's all right. You don't have to make up such a bullshit story like that. First and foremost, okay, before we even get to the alleged shagging for 3 hours, okay?
Yep.
Weed smells
Yep.
really bad.
Yep.
To the point where if you're behind a car that's maybe 2 cars, 3 cars ahead of you, and
You still smell it, can't you?
You can still smell it.
Yeah.
So I don't give a shit whether you held your breath for 9 minutes or realistically 9 seconds. The bitch is still smelling it around you.
The bitch.
The teacher.
She's done nothing wrong in this story.
She's a narc. Okay, she was going to dob him in if he was smoking the good devil's lettuce.
The good kush.
The good kush.
It's a dollar store. How good could it be?
Such a good video. So that's strike one.
Yes,
Weed smells.
it does.
Strike two.
Okay.
High school ages.
Mm-hmm.
What is that? What is high school? Is that secondary school or primary?
Well, it ranges, doesn't it? I'd say from like 11 till 16.
So secondary school.
Yeah.
What? I said, what age is high school? Is it primary or secondary school for us?
Oh, I didn't
You're
know
saying,
that.
well, I believe it ranges from the years of year 11 to the age of 16.
What?
So secondary school.
Okay.
I can't remember a single person, and I can't speak for everybody in school, but I couldn't think of one person that would be impressed by you holding your breath for 9 minutes.
Like you said by me. It's like, oh.
That as well. But impressed by the 9 minute breath holding.
So they're not going to give a shit about the 9 minutes of holding their breath.
No.
But like
Even
everything
Phelps
else,
might.
yeah, fair enough. They probably would have bragging rights as such. But what do you think is like the biggest brag in this story that he's trying to get across?
I've had sex for 3 hours.
You or
Huh?
you personally or him?
Me?
Oh, you.
Yeah, it was my first time. It was.
Was she aware?
Yeah.
You
I'm
just
not
like
going into details about
half an
that.
hour until the end. You were like, I am in, by the way. She's oh yeah, great, okay.
No, that's not. That's so gross hearing you talk about sex. Makes me feel sick.
Great.
It's just, so uncommon for you.
So lonely. Right, so yeah, that's the first one.
Yeah, it's bollocks. Bollocks.
Okay.
Absolutely. But that is a person that is like, it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to not be a cool fuck.
Do you know, this is a reply to something as well in
Oh.
a Reddit thread. So I don't know what the question was that was being asked, but if that's your response,
You're not the.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but if you were smoking a doobie at the back of the class, everybody in that class thinks you're a cunt.
and nobody comes 20 times.
I'm not going to go into details about feminine. You ever had sex?
It's the second one we've
pleasure a
got.
woman. I'm not going into details about my sex life, but I'm saying I haven't been. No, I'm not going to continue that.
Okay, so this one's a little bit of a longer one. As a man who once worked with all women,
All right. Brag.
I can say it was legit the worst 2 years of my life.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm handsome.
No, you're not. Sorry to break it to you. If you're calling yourself handsome, you're fugly.
So it's not like it was the one. What? So it's not like it was for the one other guy down in accounting.
Oh, so you weren't working with just women then, were you? You fucking liar.
He
So the
was,
lies start now, do they?
he was fat and not a good-looking guy.
They can be fat and good looking. I think
Yeah.
I'm respectable if I treat myself correctly.
I'd shag you.
You're desperate.
Yeah, I'd make you
You'd
come 20
shag that
times,
fucking,
mate.
You'd shag the broken laptop if it had a fucking pulse.
So oh yeah, he was fat and not a good-looking guy, but he was just about the kindest soul I've ever known.
Yep.
And these women would say the worst things about him. Ew, did you hear him breathing super loud after walking to the cooler? Or, oh my God, I swear he's staring at me. The dude was gayer than Rent the musical. Okay. They all just judged him as creepy because he wasn't, in quotes, good looking. I'm super straight.
Of course you are.
Good for you, bro. But I'd rather date that guy than any of those awful women. I was in a relationship at the time, and I politely rejected a few of them. And when they wouldn't stop and saying things like, I've seen your girlfriend, you can do better, and stuff like that, I went to HR, but they didn't do anything. But one time, the ugly dude, great, was walking up, and a girl bumped into him because she wasn't looking and reported him for groping her. I saw the whole thing and told the HR lady that that's not what happened. And she said, well, you men have to stick together here, so we can't take your word for it. I have 4 ladies who say he did, completely not getting the hypocrisy of her statement. The woman was rude, vicious, and vile. Oh no, sorry. The women were rude, vicious, and vile to each other. They didn't know how to get along. Everything was always unfair, and the world was against them all the time. Like if the slightest thing didn't go their way, they would throw and BF.
And BF and a bitch fit.
Oh, right. Okay, that makes sense. I didn't know that. Anyway, I needed to take a month off to take care of some personal business. And that guy in accounting told me that productivity went down 50%, meaning I was doing half the work and the 23 women in my department did the rest. It was hell. I had to get therapy to make sure I didn't end up becoming sexist and hateful to all women. When I finally earn enough to start my own firm, I asked the ugly guy if he wanted to join me. He hugged me and started crying, saying that the women were so mean and cruel to him that he hated working there. And that is it.
Most of that, I would say 90% of that's believable. It's not me ripping into women. I think they're like a pack of wild dogs, and they feast on fear. And,
Get PTSD, are you?
yeah. And I think working with women can be one of the most pleasant experiences. This is a good experience, actually. My time at DPD. Yeah.
Okay.
I won't ramble, but I'll try my best to shorten it.
Right.
When I was an OJT, an on-job trainer,
Mm-hmm.
okay, my office was upstairs, and there was 2 lovely ladies that I would spend my days with. I'm going to call them G and K.
Okay.
K, to this day, is still one of the nicest people I've ever met in my life.
Right.
Yeah. And I miss her dearly because she was lovely. Mm-hmm. G, on the other hand, started off somebody I was very close to, had a different position, a new job in DPD, and had slightly more power, and became a bitch.
You've told me about this
I
woman,
have.
haven't you? Yes, I thought I'd had
She
an
went,
inkling.
yeah, she went from a woman that I used to give her lifts home because she had no other way, and she would have to walk for the bus, so I would get her home about an hour earlier because she lived only up the road from me, to a woman that, honestly, if there was a raging fire and I could have saved her life by pissing on her, I'd piss next to her just to show her what I could have done. This could have been on you, but you were a dick. You know?
Yep. Okay. Nice.
I've had a lot of men like that too, but just in this scenario. That's what I mean.
Yeah. The thing that annoyed me about that story in particular is that he was complaining that the girls were being horrible to him.
Yeah.
The
quote
unquote ugly guy.
Yeah.
Why didn't you just call him his name then?
Yeah.
Instead of referring to him as ugly guy, you prick.
Yeah, you've not helped yourself there. And
No.
I don't believe that you started your own firm and invited him. You might have started your own firm. Fair play to you, fella.
Yeah.
I highly doubt that you invited him.
No.
I find that. And the fact that he cried, I'm sorry. I know I've been emotional at work. I just leave.
I just feel like he's trying to get across that he's the hero in all
Yeah.
of this. And you're like, just fuck off, man.
I'm going to call the ugly guy, I'm going to call him Roger for some reason. Roger's the hero in that story.
Yeah, because he stuck it out.
He stuck it out and he fucking bit the bullet. And he was getting accused of groping a woman.
When he obviously didn't.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
hats off to...
Fuck them women.
And if he did grope the woman, then castration.
It's a bit extreme. All right.
No, you shouldn't touch somebody who doesn't want to be touched. Same as that guy that
Cutting their dick off is a bit extreme.
No,
They could learn. Get him a
you should
second
have
chance.
I think he's had about 30 odd years at this point to learn to not grope women.
Didn't specify his age.
He's working in a firm, I'm sure, like 20 plus years then. Fuck it. Let's say he's 18 for argument's sake. Yeah, this ugly guy's 18. He's had 18 fucking years to learn to not grope women. That is a long time.
Yeah.
Castration.
No.
Yes.
I will not agree with you on that. I think...
I don't think you've loved a woman enough to feel how...
Mother.
So if somebody, heaven forbid, groped your mother, you wouldn't want their dick ripped off. You're like, oh, he let him keep it. He didn't fucking shag her.
I'm not saying this just to be like, oh, I'm hard, but no.
Why not?
Because I just don't
I didn't say kill him.
I know, but like, this just seems a bit extreme.
His testosterone is the reason he groped your mother.
Yeah, but...
So cut off the penis. Cut off the dick. Or slit his throat, your choice.
Jesus Christ. Just fucking...
What?
I don't just give him a punch in the face.
Then you get suspended without pay because you punched him in the face. He gets suspended with pay because he allegedly groped your mother's ass.
What? Cutting his dick off is all right.
I'm not saying I would cut it off. Just find somebody who would.
No. Can we move on?
Little dick guillotine. So he tripped.
Dick first.
Dick first into the... He probably had his dick out because he was groping women.
Christ. Oh, well, the third one is... I would just like to take a moment and brag about my wonderful 8-year-old. Today...
Brag about your children in private. I brag about my children in private. I do not brag about them. Because when you brag about them in public, I do not believe your child is as good as you say they are.
Nope.
Just saying that now. Carry on. Sorry.
Today... yesterday... he thanked me 1,000,000 times for taking him out. And he kept saying how spoiled he was and that he wishes he could get me something for Valentine's Day because it's not fair that I don't have something... Sorry, it's not fair that I don't have someone to get me anything.
No. Okay, just remember where you are. Do you know what I think the scenario's gone? Is that she's taken him out to the park.
Yeah.
Then she's taken him out to the shops afterwards. Like, should we get mummy something? Should we get...
Wouldn't surprise me.
Should we get mummy something? And he's gone, yeah, would you like this random item on shelf? And the mother's gone, you are so thoughtful. You are so thoughtful.
I led you into this massive perfume aisle. Oh, what?
Yeah.
The one that's on the stand?
Zach, close your eyes and point.
Just guides his finger.
Yeah, Zachary, you are so delightful. I'm going to post a Reddit blog about you.
Oh, how did we turn up in fucking Harrods?
Zach, what are you doing dragging me to Aston Martin for a new car?
I drove, but you slammed on the brake. Anyway, I explained to him that of course I didn't need anything bought for me to feel loved and appreciated, and that he shows me all the time. Today, we went grocery shopping, and I spent a small fortune, of course, because of the prices. And Liam looks at me and says, Mum, thank you for the groceries.
It's not Zachary. Should have waited.
Mum, thank you for the groceries. I realise I don't thank you enough for these things. And I know you work hard to make sure that I have everything I need, and I also need food. When I tell you the cashier and I looked at each other and both started crying, we did.
Bollocks. No. Sorry, cutting you off again. An 8-year-old is not thanking his mother for groceries. An 8-year-old is picking his own scabs and farting. Okay? He is not fucking thanking his mother. And there's no way in hell some this is no disrespect to anybody who works behind the cash. Yeah, I've done it myself. No, let's say she's in fucking Lidl.
Yep.
Okay? She is not at the till at Lidl. Her son's gone, Mother, you're so delightful for me. I'm so glad that you buy me groceries to keep a roof over my head. And my God, have I got a bright future because of you. And then she looks up and the cashier's crying. Oh, God.
The only reason she's crying is because it's Monday and she hates her life.
Yeah, this is the third kid that's come in and thanked their mother for the groceries. Oh, just kill me now.
Literally, the only response I ever had from a cashier when I said something like that to my mum, not even worded like that, I'd be like, oh, thanks for getting me that stick of chewing gum, Mum. That'll be it. It would be, oh, what a polite young man.
Yeah.
That would literally be it.
Yeah.
And that's at a push.
No 8-year-old is thanking their mother like that. I'm
No.
sorry. Unless you've raised them to the point where everything that you do, they have to praise you on. If you've raised your kids, so every time you go to Asda or something, you at the end of the shop go, now thank Mummy for buying your groceries. Go on, thank Mummy. Thank you, Mummy. You're welcome, my dear.
It's just cringe, isn't it?
Exactly. That's the only way your kid is doing it. Because Isabel, and I've taught her since the day she could speak words, that if she wants something, she has to ask politely.
Yeah.
And my daughter is not a dumbass. She isn't the smartest kid in the world, of course not, but she's not dumb. Yet she always, up until maybe the last month, and she always forgets her fucking manners. And I have instilled it in her since she could talk.
Yeah, because kids have got a brain like a sieve sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes the excitement gets the better of them. They think they're going to lose out. So instead of saying please and thank you, they'll rush straight in to ask the question, forgetting that they get it more if they ask politely.
Yeah.
But that's kids. if I got an Easter egg in fucking Asda as a kid and my mum waited until the last second to buy it for me, I'm like, thank you, Mum. Oh my God, I'm going to be so well behaved later. I would probably think like that. I wouldn't say out fucking loud.
No.
I ain't saying it for the cashier to start weeping. Sorry, carry on.
The next one we've got here is quite a short one.
Thank God.
Yeah, last time I was at the doctor's office, the doctor was like, holy shit, you're so tall and shredded. And I was like, yeah, I get that a lot. And he was like, no, seriously, you're a fucking genetic freak, dude. Sick gains, I'm a doctor. And I was like, yeah, cool, man, thanks.
That's intentionally a joke, I think. I think they've written that as a joke. And if they are, fucking hats off, you legend. If you think that that's actually happened... Shut up. Shut up. No, it didn't.
Shut up.
No doctor is coming in. He might praise you on looking after yourself, but he ain't going to be like, well, you mate, you're a fucking genetic specimen. I've never seen anybody like you. Have you seen Hulk Hogan? Because, fucking hell, you're twice as high as him. The Incredible Hulk? No, it's the Incredible you, mate.
Oh. Next one we got.
I hope you're liking my responses.
Yeah, of course I am.
Good.
The next one we got, literally, I was writing a paper on Asian saltwater crocodiles.
I believe that.
Yeah.
Didn't have to say literally.
Like a simple about them paper for a college class. And I started noticing some inconsistencies in the scientific papers I was sourcing.
I know where this is going already. So I changed them. I went in myself and I changed them because I am the smartest fucker when it comes to saltwater crocodiles.
You're not far off. You're not far off. I accidentally discovered that the crocodile had been misdiagnosed, at least concern... Oh. What? Misdiagnosed as least concerned on the endangered species list. When they should...
So it's not endangered, it's just... There's concerns that it's going low, but it's the least concerning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They should be classified as endangered, and now my professor is having me write a formal report to the International Red List to have them reclassified, and all I wanted to do was write this paper on an animal I thought was cool, and now I'm considered an expert on the species.
No, you're not.
No. That's not how it works.
If you have, so let's picture this, yeah?
Yep.
So on your laptop, you have saltwater crocodiles endangered, and then on that tab it says, yes, they're endangered. And then on the other tab, you've got this open, and it says they're least concerned. You're like, well, I'm a fucking genius.
Yeah. Just because there's an inconsistency doesn't mean that either one is right.
Call me Sherlock Holmes because I fucking figured it out. And then for the professor, if it's real, which I don't believe it is, you've got to write an essay to persuade him. Okay, it's an essay to show that you could word that correctly and maybe, do that. Not to actually send off to them.
I think a push, it would have been, you might want to, you could actually, if you wanted, send a letter to the governing board that does the red list and say, you might want to check your books because I found this and it might lead on to something later. Yeah. You're not going to be considered an expert because of it.
Sir Brian Cox once looked up at the stars and said, that's hot. And they were like, fucking expert.
Will Smith comes on and is like, hang on a minute.
Yeah. Will Smith does a YouTube rewind and goes, fuck off, Brian Cox. No, Will Smith only says flying battle buses are hot. He doesn't say... or a bunch of teenage streamers in a battle bus is hot. He doesn't care about astrology or anything like that. See, how am I going to word this? When Will Smith smacked Chris Rock, he forever changed the game of rock, paper, scissors.
When there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah, Smith now beats Rock. It's Smith, paper, scissors. Oh, no, just take away scissors, wouldn't you? No, because Rock can't beat Smith. It'd have to be paper, so it'd be Rock, Smith, scissors. Because scissors... hang on, let's figure this out here.
We don't know, we don't have time for this.
Smith smacks Rock, Rock smashes scissors, scissors cuts Smith. Smith watches whilst his wife has an affair. Rock makes joke on stage. Smith smacks Rock. Done.
And Lizard beats Spock.
Tom Holland beats Smith. Spider-Man's in it. Rock beats Rock. Dwayne Johnson's in it now. Smith beats Rock and Rock beats off Smith. Carry on. Sorry.
Oh,
What would you... Smith, Rock, Collins. Scissors.
Spock. I'm getting a t-shirt with that on. Right. Next one. I know the whole joke about go get me some blinker fluid, but I was fucking with my girl one time.
You got to say it like he says it.
Okay.
So I was fucking with my girl once, you.
So I was fucking with my girl one time, and I asked her if she could go get me some blinker fluid. She ran inside and ran out with some small bottle. I looked at it like, what the actual fuck? What did you find? Blinker fluid ain't a real thing. It was an empty, blacked out cologne bottle with a small piece of paper in the lid reading, "Don't worry, bro. We got a good for you. You know it was a joke and it was real funny. But we don't want her to look like a fucking idiot and getting mad at you." Funniest shit I've seen from a Walmart. Oh shit, it's Walmart.
No, it is not. Okay.
Let me reread that.
What?
I should do it in American.
Oh, right, okay.
Let me try again.
God, don't read the whole thing.
I don't care then.
Yeah. I think your accent worked well anyway. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Bollocks. Okay, that is bollocks. I've seen the joke gifs of the blinker fluid. I've not seen them in person, but I've seen that they exist. Okay, it's for the, they're not in high-end shops; they're in joke shops. You send a woman into a joke shop, and they might find you send somebody into a joke shop, or you go in there yourself. You could probably find a blinker fluid bottle. It's part of the joke. No random Donny in Walmart is going to have fucking prepared a blacked out bottle with a "got you geezer." I didn't want her getting mad at you. You shouldn't care. He sent her in there for the joke in the first
Literally
place.
no one is going to give a shit.
No.
And for some reason in my head, it was a bottle that had duct tape around it, even though it said it was a cologne bottle. So I don't know why they duct tape a cologne bottle. But anyway, yeah, the fact that he gives a shit about what his girlfriend's thinking for this other guy, I'm like, they're not going to care.
No.
Like, and the note as well. We got her good for you, bro. We know it was a joke. Yeah, it was funny. You're like, all right, mate. It's not that funny, is it, though?
No. I'd just say your boyfriend's pulling your leg, love.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it doesn't exist. You don't have to make her feel like an idiot. If you're a worker at a store and somebody comes in saying, "Sorry, my boyfriend sent me in for blinker fluid," instead of you going, "That doesn't exist," and someone just like, "Look, okay, I'm so sorry to tell you this. I want to tell you this so you don't feel embarrassed. But your boyfriend's pulling your leg. It doesn't exist, but don't worry. I go and tell him that you didn't find blinker fluid, but you found a glass hammer for or a chocolate straw or something like that."
One that my mate Charlie had was go and get tartan paint.
There you go.
I just don't even really find them that funny.
No,
it's just wasting time. Next one we've got here is had to laugh at a rude Irishman in Holland and Barrett.
Oh!
Conversation goes as follows. Rude Irishman. So, what's coenzyme Q10 supposed to be for? That's the shittest Irish accent I've ever done. Shop assistant. Rude Irishman. What do you mean, You work here, don't you? Shop assistant. I've only just started here. I'll go and check in the back room. Irishman. What kind of service is this? Me. It's supposed to be good for the heart. Irishman. How? Me. It's good for overall cardiovascular health and energy. Irishman. How? Because he was blatantly trying to belittle people, I decided to do the same to him and decided to attempt a recap on my sketchy Krebs knowledge. What the fuck is Krebs? And very briefly summarize a scientific article I'd read on the benefits of CoQ10 not so long ago. Me. It's a fat-soluble So it's mobile in the mitochondrial membrane. It transfers How did I say mitochondrial but not electrons?
I know.
It transfers electrons through the electron transport chain, creating a proton gradient to generate adenosine triphosphate, COQ10.
Sounds like one of your fucking anus segments.
Castle Itter was under attack from the COQ10 molecules go through an oxidation reduction cycle and prevents the production of lipid peroxyl radicals. So the circulating COQ10 prevents oxidation of LDL and assists in cardiovascular function, more or less. Fuck off. Jesus.
I'll just dip into my Krebs knowledge and dig that out, shall I?
This cunt's just ripped out his fucking essay and just started reading from it. That is copy and pasted. I bet you if you looked up Wikipedia, that's word for word.
No, it's not. It's fake. Skip. You're bullshitting. Irishmen don't go
That
to
sounded
Holland and
like...
Barrett. Did it sound like?
It sounded like the Britain's Got Talent guy.
Bullshitting.
Yeah, that's actually really good.
Thank you.
Can you say it's time to face the music? See if it
It's
sounds...
time to face the music.
There's too much laughing in it, but yeah.
Too much.
You imagine if that was how it sounded.
Well, now you've got me all embarrassed because I'm
Oh,
thinking
no,
that
it's
I
fine.
like my voices. So if you ask me to do a sentence and if it don't sound like right, then I get self-conscious.
No, it's fine. It worked. Just because you started laughing halfway through.
Because I was doubting myself.
I'll do mine then if you want, because it was
It's
shit.
time to face the poontang. It changes.
Yeah, because he doesn't say it's time to face the poontang.
No, but the voice changes. That's why I said poontang.
Okay, no, we'll move on then.
No, go on. Yours.
Oh, right, okay.
What did I say originally that made you think it's fake?
Yeah, that. Should I say it's fake or?
Start it off, get the feel for it. Grumble your voice.
It's
It's time.
it's fake. No,
It's fake.
it's time.
It's
No, I'm not going to do it. That's so
Should we
bad.
do my movie trailer voice? My voice is fucked though.
Don't do it then.
Let's Shia LaBeouf.
Oh, this one pissed me off.
Reread them, have you?
Yeah, I've read them all to make sure they're good.
Ow.
One of the most endearing European memories happened in a laundromat. My husband and I were travelling with our 8-year-old son. As we were folding our clothes, a very, very old woman came over to us and asked if we were Americans. I thought, oh, great.
Europeans don't care.
I thought, oh, great. We were all too loud, so I felt embarrassed, but told her yes. She grabbed my hand and had tears in her eyes and said, thank you for saving London.
Nope.
I told her my dad...
Are they implying by Europeans that they are in the UK?
Yeah.
Not a single fucking person in the UK cares that you're American, and not a single one of us thank you.
I told her my dad served under...
I just want to say as well, there's no insult to the lovely ladies at the Green and Grass. We do care because you're American. It's just that we wouldn't... Like, I've been served at a petrol station by an American employee, and I thought, in my head, not out loud, oh, he's American.
Yeah,
But then I continued with my transaction.
I told her my dad served under George Patton, and she cried. She lived through the Blitz. That was 35 years ago.
Endgame was a fucking hard day. That's the flip, sorry.
I was always warmed by the kindness of Europeans. Oh no, sorry. Oh my God.
Kindness of Europeans! Potentially, they're meant to be in the UK. France is European, and they are not pleasant. They are. My only experience, and I know we've said this on the pod, was me and Alex being called English pricks or English cunts by an old French lady. Europeans are not all polite. You've encountered one lucky one if this story's real.
I am always warmed by the kindness of Europeans. Whatever the location, we meet wonderful people. Stay positive, smile, be kind. We have many wonderful memories. So I had a look through the comments, right?
Yeah.
The stupid thing is, right? So there's a lot of things that are confusing in this article, saying it's happened 35 years ago, which would have been 1980. And so her dad would obviously presumably be American, right?
Yeah.
Do you know when the Americans joined the war?
No.
The Americans joined the war in 1942.
Yeah.
The Blitz ended in December 1941.
Okay.
So how the fuck did they save London?
Yeah.
Fucking idiots. I mean, don't get me wrong. The Americans definitely helped
Oh,
in
they've
the
got
in the fight.
yeah, they've got a
but-
massive military. Like, fair play to them.
Yeah, like they didn't. Britain didn't need them per se. Like we were holding the Germans off in the Battle of Britain quite easily, and there was no way that the Germans could have got across to England at all because of the massive amount of water between us and France. And yeah, the Blitz was obviously ended by the time you joined. So anyway, the last one we've got.
Wrong.
The last one we've got here.
It's got a picture.
Now, the reference that that picture is saying you won't get because it's from Lord of the Rings.
Oh.
But it is funny. So, I went to a Renaissance fair dressed as a warrior. I had a real sword with me too. I was standing...
Virgin. Sorry.
Great.
Take that back.
I was standing in character next to a sword fighting ring where kids of all ages got the chance to pick up a sword and challenge the champion. Some woman walks by with her little girl. The girl starts walking up towards the ring, saying she wants to fight.
So I curb stomped her to send a
Oh
message.
my God. So the mum pulled her away hella sharply and was like, "That's for boys. You don't want to be a boy, do you?" And the girl looked around and saw me. I think she thought I was a boy. I had my hair in a ponytail and was wearing a hood. So she comes up to me and asks me, "Do you think girls can be fighters too?" And her mum looks at me and silently gloating. She says, oh no, like she thinks I'm going to say no. So I take my hood off, untie my hair so that it flows freely, and kneel before her. And I'm like, "My lady, anyone can be a fighter." I swear the look on her mother's face made my day. And then it is the picture of Eowyn from Lord of the Rings saying, "I am no man." So anyone that has any knowledge of Lord of the Rings, there you go, that's for you. And it says underneath, the post was good, but then it got better. And I agree. Now, my thoughts on this post is, it's a good sentiment, but, you know, I think that women can do everything that men can do, basically.
And they
however,
can do it with heels on. That's one of the jokes in it.
However, there was such a convoluted way of getting to it. She didn't know who the fuck you were. This kid is not going to run up to you and go, "Do you think I can fight?"
Oh no! If the kid's done that, then the mother has failed in more than one way because that child's gone up to a random stranger.
Get the sword out.
Get the sword. Castrate the mother.
Yeah, castrate that.
That. What are you implying there? The mother or the child?
Yeah.
Are you speaking to a random person? Castration.
I just think,
It's
what is the point of this story that she's trying to say? Is it like, oh yes,
because she's all noble and.
women power? Is that what it is? Do you reckon?
I mean, it's just a strong woman inspiring a stronger younger woman. Strong younger woman.
Do you reckon she said "milady" to the kid?
She could have done.
Yeah, I think that. Fucking hell, man! That is the third one today.
Oh, we got some more spams.
Another spam follower.
Oh, I love
Does anyone else keep getting this? DM us if you do, because this is pissing me off. Keep getting bloody followers that are just a name followed by 6,000 numbers,
I think it's great.
and they're all just advertising bloody new websites.
Yes.
And as much as I love that, I don't.
This is
Fuck off,
this is
please.
This is a bit of you.
Well, I think we'll leave it there anyway, because that's all the posts I've got. I will find some more, but I've got some ideas in the pipeline for more Reddit content. So if you're enjoying this, please let us know. Send us an email on originalcopycatscontact@gmail.com. You can DM us on Instagram, _OCP, or you can send us an answer to one of the polls that I put up on Reddit, which is r/. Do you mind?
Gonna fall off.
r/the OCP. So go and check all of those out. Go and check our YouTube, because I've uploaded some videos recently, and I'm in the process of doing so, about some walks I've done. But I've got some more ideas in the works, which Josh will hopefully be a part of sometime soon when we can get some time.
___.
Okay. Yeah, the YouTube's the original copycats, by the way. Yeah, so there we go. Go and check the Spotify as well before I go, because they have started doing this thing now where you can answer Q&A questions and tell us what you think of the episode. So I will be putting a few of those up. Thank you to everyone that's following and stuff. So yeah. Join us next time. We'll be doing something else. Not sure what yet. Anything you want to say, Josh?
Bye.
Such a prick. Yeah, see you later. Well, that was a good episode, wasn't it, Josh?
That was brilliant.
That was really good. I especially enjoyed how everyone sounded.
Yeah.
We're here just to say before you go, could you please spread us around? We'd love it if you could just tell your friends about us and potentially leave us a review where you can.
You can rate now on Spotify.
Yes,
So
you can. You can rate us. So
if you could rate us 5, we'd really appreciate it. But if not, that's fine too.
if you do rate us 5 or anything above, I know you can't, but if you somehow hack the systems, I will personally
Don't continue.
thank you.
That's better.
There we go.
Well done. So yes, if you could please feel free to follow us on all the socials.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.